Tonight on BBC London, a special investigation. We'll show you how we went undercover and captured a scam locksmith who overcharged people in their hour of need. Well, we did capture the scam on camera.
You've been getting in touch with us throughout today. This investigation. We'll be sharing your stories of how you've had to pay well over the odds.
And I'll have advice on how you can protect yourself from potential scammers.
We'll also have the rest of the day's news, including these Londoners who've come up with their own poem celebrating the capital.
This line moves in circles, but London is never the same twice.
Good evening, I'm Asad Ahmad. A BBC London investigation into rogue locksmiths has found a firm appearing to scam customers who are locked out of their home out of thousands of pounds. We were contacted about 24/7 Locksmiths UK. The company quotes a price to assist people locked out of their home, but then that price quickly escalates. In one case, an elderly couple who were locked out were quoted around £50 to get back in. However, their final bill was for nearly £3,000. Legitimate locksmiths pride themselves on helping people in an emergency for a fair price. But the industry is unregulated, and in recent years, complaints about overcharging have rocketed. Our investigations reporter Jessica Ewer has this special report. So we focused on the story of rogue locksmiths this evening, but lots of other stories around today on the BBC News app. Like this. There's major disruption to services between Euston and Watford Junction stations. It's due to a fire in Camden this morning. Meanwhile, over in Essex, police have released dashcam footage of the moment an officer rammed into the back of a stolen car. The driver was disqualified from driving for 2 years. And in Buckinghamshire, a business owner has been given a suspended prison sentence after a worker fell 4 metres through a roof onto a concrete floor. It's all on the BBC News app and online too. Now, a drunk driver who killed a man and mowed down several others in London's West End on Christmas Day 2024 has been jailed. CCTV showed Anthony Gilheeney from Essex mounting the pavement in his uninsured car and driving at pedestrians. Well, today he was sentenced to life with a minimum term of 37 years. Here's our Home Affairs correspondent, Sonia Jessup. Millions of Tube users have seen them. Millions of Tube users have read and enjoyed them. Poems on the Underground are marking their 40th anniversary. And in that time, they've proved to be such a hit. The idea's been copied on the Paris Metro, as well as subways in New York, Beijing and Shanghai. Well, in a moment, we're going to hear more about the London anniversary, which is being marked. But let's go over to Alice Bandakrawi to find out more about it. Alice.
Asad, welcome to a very wet and rainy Earl's Court station. And as you say, for 4 decades, poetry has featured underground, above ground, on posters, in carriages, on whiteboards. Some of the poets are unknown, some of them are more famous, including the likes of Philip Larkin, Carol Ann Duffy and Simon Armitage. And as you say, it's a project that's been copied around the world in cities like Dublin, New York and Singapore. So now for this 40th year, TfL is launching a celebration to mark this 4 decades of championing poets and poetry. And my colleague Anna O'Neill has spent the day at Bank Station to find out how they've been marking this anniversary.
We were eye level with the white cups of the telegraph poles.
A morning of poetry at Bank Station, read by those who wrote it.
For you, we are strangers. For you, we don't belong.
Were inspired by it.
Now the bright morning star, day's harbinger.
Or who grew up with it.
Saw the rain a fall, and saw the snow a rain.
I've learned a lot from my dad down the years, and patois was one of them. But yeah, it's a lovely little poem and it had to be read like that.
And I saw me understand the misery of the Englishman.
It's my dad's musing on what makes an Englishman happy and not happy. And we know we're always obsessed with the weather. So it's basically a rundown of English weather, and that's why Englishmen are so miserable.
It all started with a writer who moved to London from New York, who wanted people to connect with poetry.
When you're doing something, you're living in the present. You don't think 40 years ahead or 30 or 70 or whatever. But having an event like this, I must say, makes me feel very nostalgic and sentimental.
Big Ben's call to chime strikes the convoy of number 12 buses.
The anniversary celebrated the tube poets of the past, the present and the future, and has even inspired other cities to do the same.
New York, Shanghai, world cities in other parts of the globe are now putting poems on the Underground because of what London did first.
So think of others and try to be kind.
Anna O'Neill, BBC London.
Yeah, there's going to be a tube poem for you to listen to in just a moment. But first, the weather forecast with Jennifer. Mixed day, there was some sun and showers as well, as we saw from Alice earlier.
Yes, it's really starting to come down again now, but we have had some decent weather today. These are some of the pictures. I'll show you them in just a second. We had some good weather today. We did have some sunny spells through this morning, a slice of decent weather. There we go. And then we had some cloud rolling in. This was the view in Greenwich. Over the course of the weekend, it's going to be mixed like it has been today. We are expecting there to be some cloud, some bright spells, but equally some rain at times. Now, let's have a look at the pressure chart. This is what's going on. Area of low pressure out to the southwest of the UK, throwing weather fronts in our direction, bringing us a little bit of rain, nothing too heavy. I say that, it is coming down right now. As we head through this evening and overnight, it is going to be a little bit more showery. There will be some clear spells as well. Temperatures overnight down to around 5 or 6 degrees. Now, first thing tomorrow morning, it is going to be a fairly bright start, actually. There will be some sunny spells, but not too long before the showers start to get going again. 1 or 2 showers into the afternoon. It will be a fairly breezy day. Temperatures tomorrow up to 11 degrees Celsius. Let's have a look through Saturday night then. And there's no big changes particularly. A bit more cloud rolling in. Again, some showers. They're going to be a feature on and off throughout the course of the weekend. Bit more cloud rolling in as we head towards Sunday morning. And those overnight temperatures still pretty mild, 4-5 degrees Celsius. Sunday morning then, it is a fairly cloudy start, some sunny spells where you see the breaks in the cloud, that indicates the sunshine. And into the afternoon on Sunday, we are expecting there to be a few more showers, expecting them pretty much at any point over the course of the weekend. And temperatures on Sunday, again, 9, 10, 11, that is quite mild because Sunday we are into February, not too bad for the time of year. Let's look a little bit further ahead then into the start of next week. Don't be too dismayed by the fact that there are a lot of rainy symbols on the chart here. It's not going to be raining all the time, but a fairly cloudy, unsettled picture into the start of next week, but stay mild with temperatures of around 10 degrees Celsius. That's how it's looking. Sad.
Jennifer, thanks very much for that. Well, that's it from me and the team, but we'll leave you tonight with our own special salute to poems on the Underground, which we heard about earlier. To celebrate 40 years of poetry on the Tube, we asked commuters, staff and Londoners from every corner of the city to come up with their own line to describe our capital. We put it together. This is what we got. Good night.
London is creative, disruptive and fashion.
In winter, the sounds of London are drony and dreary. In summer, it's chatty and cheerful.
The busyness, the people, the friendliness.
The sights, the sounds, the visions, the themes. The times of London reflected.
A diverse mix of urban and green.
London tastes like a traditional chicken roast cooked with soya sauce with a glass of red Chianti.
London, it's place of the diversities, chances, opportunities and democracy.
This line moves in circles, but London is never the same twice.
Bye.